Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we'll continue our introduction of John. On the day that Jesus was crucified, the day that he hung on the cross, John was the only disciple that was there to witness it. And while Jesus hung on the cross, he asked John to take care of his mother Mary, who was also there. And Mary was much older now, and she was also a widow. Her husband Joseph had died years before. John listened to Jesus, and for several years he stayed in Jerusalem, and he shared the good news about Jesus. He served in the local church, and he also took care of Mary. Now, eventually Mary died, and when John was much older, he begins to travel. And he ends up eventually in a place called Ephesus, which is in modern-day Turkey. Now, Jesus had chosen 12 men to be his disciples. Of those 12 men, John is the only one who lived a long life and died at a ripe old age. One of the disciples, Judas, had betrayed Jesus. That's why Jesus ended up on the cross, because of Judas. And he felt bad about it. He killed himself. The other 10, they spread out throughout Israel and surrounding areas. Some end up in other countries like India. Thomas ended up in India. Now later they are martyred. They are killed for their faith, their belief in Jesus, and their desire to share this good news with other people. Now that doesn't mean that John escaped a hard life. As he got older, Christian persecution increased from the Roman Empire, and they did a lot of bad things to Christians during that time. In fact, in 85 AD, the Emperor Domitian has John arrested, and then he exiles him to the island, a small island called Patmos. And there for many years, as an old man, John is forced to do hard labor. Now while he's there, he has a vision from Jesus, and Jesus lets him know, hey look, I am still in control, I have a plan, and I and those that put their faith in me will be the victors in the end. And he tells him about the final chapter of this story. He tells them about the end of time, and John writes this down, and we can read about it in the last book of the Bible called Revelation. John also in his lifetime wrote several letters to different local churches, encouraging them and reminding them of God's truth. And we have those in the Bible too. They are 1 John, 2 John, and 3 John. And then, of course, in John in his later years, with the help of the Holy Spirit, wrote the book of John, which is the book we're going to look at in the days to come. All right, that's a little bit more about John. Hopefully next time we will wrap up our introduction of John, and then we'll actually get into the book and start looking at it verse by verse, chapter by chapter. I hope you'll join me. Take care. Have a great day. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.